So I was in the Acura the other day and take a look at this steering wheel. The leather has degraded. So I'm thinking to myself, is there a way I could have prevented this? How could I protect the leather on my car's interior? Now I need something with UV protection and I want something that's going to be durable because look at this steering wheel. It just doesn't look too good. So I found this Carpro Ceramic Coat 2.0. It's got UV protectant. So let's try it out.
Let's see what we have inside. Some stickers. We got our applicator pad, ceramic coat, instructions.
So first what we have to do is make sure we clean the seat. So no oils, nothing like that. And they say to use Carpro inside, but I'm sure any cleaner will help. Then we're gonna shake the bottle and we are going to draw a line onto the sponge. Then we are going to work it in, including all creases and pores. Next up, we're going to gently wipe off any excess within 2 to 3 minutes. Now here's the important part. Let the coating dry for 1 hour at 25 degrees or 2 hours at 15 degrees. This is in Celsius, and they use a fan, and obviously good ventilation is necessary. And you can apply a second coat after 30 minutes. Touch dry time is 4 hours, full dry time is 12 hours, and they tell you not to clean it for about 3 days afterwards. So let's pan into the Z06 and see if we have any wear starting. Now we can see we do have a little bit of wear here on the seat bolster, so want to take care of that. The rest of the car is pretty minty, and as you can see, there is leather everywhere. These are the doors, and here's the dash. So this car is full of leather. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna clean the seats. I actually used Carpro inside, but I think whatever cleaner you have should do. Listen to this. That's right, there is actually quite a bit of pressure in the bottle, so just beware when you first open the bottle. So now what we're gonna do, we don't have to use a felt pad, we just have to put some drops on the sponge and we are going to work it in everywhere. And I found it did sort of absorb into the leather. You can see how shiny it is right here. Those of you that are really familiar with the Carpro products, please, if you think I'm using too much, let me know. I thought this was an acceptable amount to use. I was able to get really good coverage. I'll speed up the video here. And you can see I waited a few minutes and then I took a microfiber towel and I am just buffing it off. And I must say, it's very, very easy product to work with. You can see here I'm doing the door. Once again, it looks like I have quite a bit on the door, but once you use the microfiber towel and you buff it off, everything actually sort of just blends in and I think it looks really good. And you know what? When it dries, it gives it a really nice finish to it as well. So it doesn't give it like an oily, you know, super shiny kind of fake type finish. It does give it a nice finish. So I was really happy with that. Now the one thing I wanted to make sure was we did the steering wheel because we saw the steering wheel in the beginning on the Acura and you can see this steering wheel is in excellent shape. I paid extra money for it because you can see it's got the blue stitching to match the paint color of the car. So I definitely don't want this steering wheel to wear out. After the steering wheel, I saw the shift knob and I thought, hey, why not? Let's do that. So I did that and then I sort of got carried away and you know what? There is a lot of leather inside the Corvette interior. So I just did it all. I went over the console, I went over everything and I'm really happy I did because it turned out, like I said, it actually turned out really well. And this product, because it has a ceramic coat name, don't let it scare you. It was actually quite simple to apply. Now the Corvette had a really clean interior, so maybe that's one of the things you have to be certain that you have a very clean interior. I definitely wouldn't want to be applying it to dirty leather. And then after you let it sit for a little bit, you can see here, we're just gonna buff it all off and it looks great. Now here, I wanted to point out, I don't know if you could see it in the video, there are some marks. I guess maybe I had a little bit too much or too heavy there, not quite sure, but it was easy to correct. At first I was a little bit nervous and I thought to myself, oh my, I'm gonna have a really weird looking dash. But no, that wasn't it at all. All I had to do was put a little bit more on and then just, you know, work it back into the leather and then buff it. And then I was able to blend it and then it was unnoticeable. So the final was, it looked really good. So if that does happen to you, you really don't have to worry about it at all. Lastly, we have the seats and I put the product on a little bit more heavier and I found it was just really easy to do and it buffed off really, really easy with the towel. The end result was I was able to get a great finish on my leather interior. I know that it's UV protected and should be more durable. So this is a job that anyone can do themselves. I highly recommend it. It's a great weekend job to do. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Other than that, I will see you next week.